us, especially the gift of life. We hope and pray that you send forth your Holy Spirit in each one of us, so that you may continue to guide us in everything that we do and in everywhere that we go. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Now, the connection
Good
in
afternoon,
our
Dab.
good
Happy.
afternoon. So the connection in our faculty room is not really that good. So please inform me right away if ever nga na ay mga kuan ha kanang mawala ko, or for example if my presentation wala rin siya naka-flash sa inyo nga screen, so that I will be notified immediately and I will do some troubleshooting. So I will try to I will try to join in my other device so that I can also monitor in case mawala ko no, wait lang. UKUB JQP JQP. Okay, so let me just share my screen. So we're just going to have a very short class lang this afternoon because medyo madalas ako ang voice class. I've been having my classes since Monday, 1 p.m. until 8 p.m. because like what I've said, ka part-time sa ko sa Sun. No, it's not an ESCOS anymore, but Sun, that's State University of Northern Negros. So siguro no, nag-sore throat pa ko last week until karon. Yeah, straight. I wasn't around last Friday until the weekend because I had my pre-oral defense sa doctorate, no. So muna na overuse ang voice, and muna it's flu season as well. So I do hope that you also have your flu shots na kay mauna siya. Dagang kay pang ubo, dagang kay pang ilantan. Okay, let's just have a recap in our slides as well as the Matatag curriculum which we have discussed last Monday. So, this is actually our first lesson. Next meeting, I'll I'll try to produce copies pero medyo daghan man gud kaayo ni siyang naa sa book. I'm using this one. Let me just show on screen. Medyo yun na lang naka. Technology for Teaching and Learning 2. And inside, actually, it's very, kung ano, nipis lang dyan kayo siya because there are only 4 units in Technology for Teaching 2, for Teaching and Learning 2. And most of the content, like especially after Lesson 1 or in Module 1, there are lesson plans or learning plans sample. They're not actually like the same as the teaching guide or the lesson plan in DepEd. It's a very simple lesson plan lang, but I think it's good for 13 days. No, very detailed lang siya, shortcut lang, no, gicapsulize lang siya nga lesson plan. Probably we are going to present at one next meeting. If I cannot produce copies kay medyo daghan din siya and I do not know pila jud mo tanan in total, probably I'll just send soft copy. So make sure to download the soft copy, like ako lang siyang i-picturean or ako siyang i-scan. Then I'll send soft copies of the lesson plans from the book so that we can um, let's say analyze each lesson plan together. Naa siya lesson plan for what's this subject? um English, and we also have a lesson plan for Filipino. And there's also, syempre, ang mathematics, no, kay it has been clarified nga, usa ra man tanan ang TTL2, there are no samples for mathematics, but anyway, pwede man mo kahimo pud ang inyo hapohon, or we can look for other samples on the internet. Let me just charge my laptop for a while. Okay, going back. So, as a teacher, we are also a curriculist. So when we talk about being a curriculist, it means that we are also involved in making the curriculum. And and also our lesson plans. No, we design our lessons. We are the ones who are in charge also of budgeting those lessons and what are the appropriate tools to use in each of our lessons. And the purpose why I will be giving you like samples from the book, kanisha mga lesson plans from day 1, 2, 3 until 13 is that you have to also study the contents of each of the activities in the lesson plan per day, and that is where we will see how the teacher integrated technology in his teaching or in his or her teaching. Okay. So, last time, 'di ba, I already communicated the learning outcomes of Module 1, and that is to discuss the role of technology in teaching and learning in the K to 12 curriculum framework. Although the Matatag curriculum was not discussed in this learning outcomes because when 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 this book was made, when this book was made, the Matatag curriculum was not materialized yet or wala pa siya ingon murag it's still in the works, pero gi-introduce siya po nako ang matatag curriculum so that we can see what are the changes in the next school year once the learning competencies will be lessened in the matatag curriculum. At the same time makita pod nato unsa jud gina-prioritize no ni matatag curriculum over the K to 12 and the MELCs no katong most essential learning competencies nga gina-integrate nato sa basic education. So again no, as teachers, we are curriculist ha. So ato ang end goal sa TTL2 is that you are going to evaluate samples of the lesson plan and you're going to make a lesson plan yourself. Because again, noon saan mo na to pagkabalo kung unsa nga appropriate tool technology ang ato ang i-integrate sa ato ang topics if wala po ta kabaloon sa ang paghimo sa lesson plan. And of course, syempre, finals na to nga plano is that you will be going to have a demo teaching. No, I wasn't able to materialize that one last semester sa TTL1 because there were a lot of time constraints kay every Friday ra among klase. But hopefully with your class, kay since twice a week naman ta mo meet, we can maximize the time to do more activities both online and face to face. So muna no nag-discuss ta unsa to ang mga like atong mga experiences as well as evaluating the K to 12 curriculum no nga it used to be from kinder to uh, fourth year high school, but it was now later changed to K to 12, kinder to grade 12. So, di ba, last time, na-discuss po to na to in our introduction, um, the following skills nga gusto i-attain sa K to 12 program or K to 12 curriculum sa ato ang mga graduates. Like, dapat, all of the graduates from the K to 12 program must be equipped with information, media, and technology skills, learning and innovation skills, effective communication skills, and life and career skills. Which, if we look at the matatag curriculum, similar naman Japon sila, very close naman Japon ang ilahang goal, and that is to make sure that the skills that we are teaching to our students, madala na nila once they graduate, and it would be very helpful when they work in their respective fields. Yes? Did someone raise their hand? Or my concern lang? Wait lang, let me... okay, basta natuplokan lang guro. And then, by the way, I already uploaded the slides ha sa atong Google Classroom as well as the Matatag curriculum just this morning lang no katong link from Diwa. So you can also open that one in your device as we go along with our discussion. Oh, so manatag-discuss ato no ato nang yung criticize jud pero ato man gi-analyze ang unsay unod sa Matatag curriculum as well as the K to 12. Now let's try to explore more no on the goals no of the K to 12 curriculum. So one of the goals of the K to 12 curriculum is to strengthen early childhood education, having the universal kindergarten. So with the universal kindergarten program of the Department of Education, every Filipino child is expected to have access to early childhood education. This access can be facilitated using technological tools that are readily available to the schools to the school for teachers use. And usually we make use of technology for having like mga activities di man kay bugat ang early childhood education no kanang kindergarten kay mag-dance lang na sila, mag-play, mag-sing, nursery rhymes, mag-color no, drawing. Sana all na bakit tag kinder kay person na tong life karon kay gapalibog na jud tanong kay daghan na kay tag responsibilities. Anyway, so the use of technology in kindergarten pupils like alphabet, numbers, shapes, and colors through games, songs, and dances are also integrated in their mother tongue. Pero di man na malikayan class no nga, dili man sa tanang higayon nga all of the activities that we integrate for the kindergarten are in their mother tongue because most of the nursery rhymes or most of like the kanang mga pangbata jud nga mga videos no or mga educational videos out there are in English. And as we all know, it's better man to also teach our kids as early as kinder no in speaking the English language because it's the universal language man pod no, 'di ba? But when you look at the matatag curriculum, 'di ba, ang ato ang mother tongue, ang ato ang language no is until grade 1 na lang siya. Dili siya pareha sa ato ang curriculum karon no nga sa K to 12 nga grades 1 to 3 ang mother tongue nga subject no or mother tongue nga pag-integrate sa mga subjects nato sa grades 1 to 3. So pabilin lang siya sa grade 1 in the matatag curriculum. Para sa ani. No, so naara to siya sa until grade 1. Yeah, usually sa kindergarten no man na siya basic lang jud no kanang mahon ilang motor skills man na masigitag pa activity nila ang ilang creativity no usually ang mga younger kids no kay dapat man is exposed sa many colors kay man na no it's also part of their development as well. Good afternoon. I am still loading with matatag curriculum juga loading siya. I'll try to open daw a new tab. Hopefully, dili mag-crash. Okay. As I wait for the page to load ko ano, very slow katong internet connection for today's video. Let us just go back. So anyway, no, if you can still remember, 'di ba, ang ato ang matatag curriculum, ang ato ang language, it is a mix of both mother tongue, English, and Filipino, and the mother tongue is used as a bridge to learn Filipino and English. And nara na sa grade 1, no? Wala na siya gi-extend until grade 3. Pero again, dili man siya implement pa man karon nga school year sa kuan pa na siya, no? And naka selected year levels lang siya per school year, I think starting 2024 or 2025 ba to siya, no? I cannot open manggoda matatag curriculum here. No tanin natay guideline. Anyway, let us continue. That's one of the goals of the K-12 curriculum, strengthen the universal kindergarten for early childhood education. Second, it's making the curriculum relevant to the learners, contextualizations, and enhancement. Diba, part ito sa matatag, no? M-A. Make the curriculum nga relevant, ano mo, hatagtag skills nga relevant sa workplace, at the same time relevant po sa future sa mga estudyante because that's the main reason why they remove some of the learning competencies, 'di ba? They remove it so that maka-focus lang ta on what is essential. And before gani matatag curriculum, we also have the MELCs, 'di ba? The most essential learning competencies. Wait lang. Iga-load pa jud akong internet. I'll try to open it in my phone. So, actually, ang kanang making the curriculum relevant to the learners, it's not just introduced by Matatag, but it has already been there ever since the integration of the K-12 curriculum. So, one of the goals also of the K-12 curriculum is to really make sure that the students will feel no that the subjects that they are learning is actually useful in the industry, in the actual workplace. Okay, because research shows that learners will value a curriculum that is relevant to their lives, no? Labi na karon nga generation, students are very hypercritical of what they are learning in the classroom, most especially in the advent of like YouTube, technology, social media, even TikTok, 'di ba? TikTok offers, but I, I do not recommend you relying on TikTok as your main source of information. It's not reliable. Most of the content there, dili man jud nato na siya mag-guarantee ko na fact check jud na siya. Although a lot of people do rely on TikTok because it's easy to consume, like ang attention span manggod sa mga tao karon is so short that they prefer watching TikTok videos than YouTube. YouTube would tend to expand until 10 minutes, 'di ba? And some people do not have the time and the patience for that. No, that's why they prefer TikTok because short term man siya, like up to 60 seconds lang, or pwede mo like 2 minutes but not really as long. Mabito na tayo mga YouTube shorts na karon, no, as a way to also like kanang mura pod siya, sa tawag gani, kanang mura to compete with TikTok, no, kay YouTube shorts are just like TikTok videos, no nga. They're short, easy to consume media, no? So muna mga bata karon very hypercritical, they're very picky on what kind of content they're going to choose, no. Ang uban pud anak kay kanang if it does not pique their interest, no, if it does not like get their interest, dili sila ginahan mo consume ana nga information, no. And then again, like what I've said, very short king attention span sa mga bata ron, nga you have to really make sure nga they'll be interested in the topic that you are teaching for them to actually appreciate it and value the lesson that you are teaching. So muna siya, no? Munang kinahanglan pa tanay technology integrate kay mas dali man jud i-absorb sa bata if na sila visuals makita, di ba? So muna we hear students from time to time would say, how do uh, these lessons, no, relate to my life, or how will I use the things that I've learned from school in the workplace. Dagan, and what saddens me is like dagan kay mosulti iron nga, sige tagtunto na ning subject ka, di man siya po na ko ni magamit sa trabaho. Ngano mas sige man tag research mag-thesis dahil tayo ni katrabaho na to. Dagan kay mga ingana nga storya, di ba? So making the curriculum something that would not only would pique their interest but would make them value that the things that they will learn will actually be useful in the industry and the place that they will work, then that would really help, no, the students value the subject. Okay. And syempre, the more nila ma-value ana is to integrate technology, okay? So the answer to the question of relevance is vital to help the teachers think of some ways by which they will be able to let their students realize that their daily lessons are of good use. In my case, so since I'm teaching research, I remember when I started teaching research in 2018, kay pila na ko katuig na tudlog research sa senior high ko nagsugod and then nag-transfer to college. I remember students will always have a hard time appreciating the subject, and okay naman anak ko nga dili jud ko nila favorite teacher ana nga subject, no, kay kapoy man jud mag-research, but every day I try to make them understand that research improves the quality of life. And even if in your respective industries, like take for example, like in the field of medicine, technology, in the field of science, education, business, why do you think there are innovations? Why do you think there are inventions? Why do you think there are solutions to problems or there are new breakthroughs in medicine? It is because of research. Like, how will you know if your business is thriving? How will you know if naamoy like return of investment, or kung kuan ba ka, if feasible ba ni imong business if dili ka magkondak og research, di ba? Or for example, in the field of medicine, how would you know that this kind of ingredient will help lessen, um let's say, kung ano kani may ani nga kind of illnesses? It's through research, di ba? Ganyan lang siya ingon nga, for academe lang siya, research improves the quality of life. So muna kung balik sa mga estudyante, making them understand how the things that they will learn in school will be helpful to them once they graduate is will also not only pique their interest but also help them value why this subject is so important. Okay? Dili lang through integration of technology nga ipasabot nimo sila, but ipasabot po nimo sila everyday para asa ni ngano gamiton siya, ngano kinahanglan man ta magkat-on ani. Okay? Mo na siya. Nakasabot ra mo guys. Am I too fast or
Kasabot ra ma'am.
Batraman.
Okay ma'am.
Batraman.
okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Um, so next no. So we need to not only sa ilaha pod nga future no but dapat ang ato ang lessons must contribute to the personal well-being and to their professional preparation. So Sarah Bernard in her study in 2010 stressed that students need to have a personal connection to a lesson material that can be done through engaging them emotionally or through connecting the information with that which they already know. So naranay duha ka Hi. So naranay duha ka options how you're going to okay, my class ends at 4. Okay. Hi, see you later. Hello, thank you. For a while lang sa dansa. Thank you. Agtulong ko niya dito later. Thank you everyone. Kapong ka. Thank you. Okay, going back. So there are two ways actually to um let the students value the lessons that you are teaching. It can either be through connecting emotionally, pwede man na engaging with them emotionally. Di mo yung pakonsensyahan dyan mo estudyante nga dapat makabalo dyan ka ni maluoy ka para lang dyan mo dili pwede nga no, like other things pwede nga connect with your students emotionally so that they can value your subject, most especially if you are a kind of teacher that is really concerned about the welfare of your students, and the more your students care for you, the more they would value your subject. Okay? So it's okay to emotionally, di ba exactly emotionally attached sa imong mga estudyante, but I mean, care for them in a way nga sila pod no mag-care pod sila nimo and they would really care about the subject. Pero again ha, as teachers we have ethical standards ha, natay code of ethics. Kanang pag-care nato sa tong estudyante kutob ra na care as a teacher, dili kay relasyon jud ka sa imong estudyante kay ga-care mo ko niya ma'am, dili na siya pwede, that's against our code of ethics, no. We care for them in a platonic, no, brotherly sisterly way, nga na. Second, if you're not into, like, for example, no, if you're like me before nga very introvert kaayo ko, I connect with my students on what they already know. Like, for example, you tap into their stock knowledge or kanang mga nabal-an na nila daan, na ilang common knowledge nila. So, you teach your subject nga mo connect siya sa existing knowledge nga naa na sa ilaha. Okay? Now, there are tips given by Briggs in 2014 on how to make sure that our curriculum, our lesson is engaging, relevant, and can meet to number 2 na making the curriculum relevant to the learners. Number 1, use suspense and keep it fresh. Drop hints about a new learning unit before you reveal what it might be. Asa na nato sa lesson plan ibutang na sa ato ang motivation, di ba? Sa atong lesson plan kung katong nakahimo nag lesson plan, na sa lesson plan to kanang motivation. Unsa man ang motivation? Murag kung sa pagkaon pa na murag appetizer nimo ba nga unsa man ako pag-engage, no, pag-pike sa interest sa akong estudyante nga sa first pala na ako pag-introduce sa lesson, interesado na sila. Okay? Use suspense. use suspense, no? Sorry. Chaotic kay mong faculty. Chaotic kay mong faculty diri. Chaotic kay faculty diri. Naigakuan. Naigatumban diri ko. Sorry kay class. Ano ka spontaneous ang klase, no? So anyway, okay, tulo mi ko buka klase mong go diri class. Okay, going back. So use suspense, no? Lakay mga hintings no. Ang suban nga kasok. Sorry katawas ako kay very clumsy kay kung tapad diri oy. Sige katumba. Okay. Sorry. Dali kita ma-distract. Very no kaayo. So, again, going back, no? So, when we use suspense, pwede like, through a video. Ang akong style, sa una, sa senior high. Sa college, manggod, ako, sa college, kay gadali, dyan ko, labi na karon no, limited rato ang time sa klase. Gadali ko, in a sense, nga, di na kay ko mo go sa traditional jud nga, unsa i-follow sa lesson plan. Ako ginabuhat is, dito lang, hanok tanan ang mga lesson sa mga bata, kay, para dagan sila makatunan din, prelim na pod. But in an actual jud nga klase, labi nag sa basic education na, importante kayo ni, we really make use of motivation. Labi na tong mga estudyante, ya launa pa jud imong klase dali kay nakatulgon nimong estudyante, dali pa pug kakatulgon, no? So, ang uban na pars na ako asaon na senior high. Gatulo kog MIL, no, Media Information Literacy. That was my first subject and I really love MIL as a subject. Nakoy video ipakita and in the video kanang marsyag kanang hint ba what the topic is all about and I let the students figure out. Okay, pwede nga na, no? And then at least makakuan sila, they tap into the knowledge that they already know and then they use that to actually analyze the video, pwede man nga na, or you give them activities in the beginning no, that connects to the lesson. Keep it, use suspense, no, and keep it fresh. Okay, ang uban dili man sila mo gamit og mga posters displays. Ang uban is they change in seating arrangements. Sumusabo nila, no? Pwede nga na. Any signals that keep the students' interest spiked. Okay? Yung tag-pike, no? Kanang increase ang ilahang interest. So, make it student-directed. So, again, I am very, kung ano kanang maigo jud ko ni usahay kaning stage on the stage kay usahay di man na malikayano nga daghang ko ginaapas nga topics dili na ko makahatag og activity sa mga bata, no? So you do away with that, no? In the Manatag curriculum and even in college, no, it's outcomes based education. We make it student centered, no? Not only like kanang ang mga bata jud mismo ang mukuan sa klase, but what we mean is involve the students in activities that would really improve, no, and even help them learn something, no, from the lesson, not just by listening to you, which is one way lang siya, but at the same time they're really involved in the class, they make activities. Okay, so student centered. Okay, dili ta pwede mag-sage on the stage. What is sage on the stage? It's a teacher-directed approach, no? Teacher-centered approach nga. Si teacher ratanan. Okay, dili na siya pwede, no? Hatag po tag time nga si student makasynthesize siya sa iyang nakatunan. Okay? From you as the teacher. Okay? Pwede man, oh, mag-lecture ta, lecture. After ano, oh, think pair share ta, think pair share. Or after my discussion ha natay mga activities nga ato ang ipakuan so that we will know if you have really learned something. Or like pohon, no, in our future lessons we are going to like kani siya, no, sa tong book we are going to analyze the lesson plan and we will share it, no, nga ala ko nabantayan da pag from day 1 sa lesson plan nga sample dam giamat-amat ra nag-introduce ang topic. Day 2, day 3, day 4 giamat-amat niya kalisod-lisod kay para mutaas pod ang learning sa bata. Umuna tong buhaton. That is student directed. We allow you to also be part of the lesson. You're not just listening and absorbing things from me. You're also analyzing things from our activities and sharing it with the class. Okay? Sayop kanino. So sorry about this one. Actually, it's not me who is making my slides. My student assistant usually makes my slides. There's an error in this one. I'll just correct this one ha. Naman ko sa Canva. My student assistant actually when I was the reason why I don't make my slides is that I was busy making my dissertation, more siya thesis sa doctorate, no. And usually kung nalaka sa grad school, you do your research or your thesis alone. So while I'm doing that one, in preparation for my pre-oral, akong student assistant akong ginapay mo sa akong mga teaching materials, no. That's not the usual thing that I would do, but given the nature of my job, if you're at this stage na nga daghan na kay kag responsibility sa school, dili na nimo makaya ikaw ra usa. That's why I really need help, and I'm really sorry with this one. I will just check this one, okay? Okay, so connect it to their lives and to what they already know. So you have to take the time to brainstorm about what the students already know and would like to learn about a topic that helps them to create goals. This also helps teachers see the best points of departure for new ideas. Making cross curricular connections also helps solidify those neutral loops. Now, goes siya sa board exam. Last year nako nagkuan ha nag-review dili na jud nga na jud ka sharp ako ang memory, but I remember once we introduce a new topic to our students we have to connect it to the lesson that they already know. Okay? Or when we introduce topics to our students, we have to make sure nga makasabot sila. Dili ingon nga kay abig lisod kaayo imuhang topic. Ambak dayon ka kay they have to meet my level, they have to meet my ano. We have to tap into what they already know first so that they can connect to your lesson. Para sana, ma-introduce ko og research akong mga estudyante. Dili din ko moambak dayon nga independent, no sorry, qualitative study. Dayon, non-experimental, experimental, quasi, true experimental. Mo ditso ko ana manosebleed ang bata. Where do I go first? When I introduce research in my lesson, what I usually do is um kanang inquiry no kanang mga have you tried um seeking answers to problems that has been existing in your community may ana ba no something nga kana makarelate sa ilang life, okay, ingana ta kung mo kuan ta sa tong mga estudyante, we're not going to just jump into like these are the types of research quasi through experimental kay maglisod sila. Tap into topics that they already know. Okay? So for example, mo na siyang giingon, no? Have you tried um, looking for solutions to problems that has been existing in your community? Mo ni mauna. Then, amat-amat ra siya. Introduce what is research. Baby steps. Okay? Because again, we have to take note that our students have no idea what your lesson is. And the reason why they attend classes is to really learn from you, not to put you in the pedestal because ikaw ang pinaka-bright sa tanan. No? As a teacher, we teach. And we assess the knowledge of our students. Kung kabalo ba sila ani daan. Na pa mo idea ani class, mo ni mauna. Okay? That's why I was asking you no kung unsa na ang inyong mga activities sa previous TTL because I would really want to know how would I, unsa akong pag-atake sa lesson, should I just continue or kuan pa jud ko, mag-recap pa jud ko. Okay? Next is provide utility value. Utility value provides relevance first by piking students and by telling them the content is important to their future goals. So, muna no, we always inform and always remind our students that the content is important to their future. Okay? Muna, ako kung mutulog ko research, sila lang ko maingon nga requirement for graduation mo ni mauna. Ako siyang moambak jud ko nga pagka after college, when you want to pursue further studies, magmasteral mo, if you're into business, kinahanglan man siya po ng research, mauna yung mga ways, unsaon ni mo pagkuan og research. Di ba? So, yung ana. So, this helps students realize the content is not just interesting, but also worth knowing because it is helpful to reaching their future goals. Kasi mayon ko, kaninyong study, feasibility plan, magnegosyo mo pohon to make sure nga dili mo you would not go bankrupt or you would not lose a lot of money or same as bankruptcy, no? To really ensure that your business will stay afloat and it will be sustainable, you need to have a feasibility plan. Your feasibility plan helps you to see unsay mga needed like strategies or decisions ngayon yung i-make because you already have conducted further business research, no? You've conducted research that is relevant to your business, may nga na, no? Things like that. So, ginapasabot jud, no? Importante jud na class. Sila ingon nga magtudlo yan tana, man ni sa libro, nga nira niya akong pagtudlo nila. No, we have to really make sure that they would really appreciate the subject. Fourth tip no, from Briggs in 2014 is you have to build relatedness. Relatedness on the other hand answers the question, what have these lessons have to do with me? It is an inherent need students to feel close to the significant people in their lives, including teachers. Relatedness is seen by many as having non-academic and academic sides. Okay? So again, like what I've said, pabalik-balik lang. Okay. So when we talk about building relatedness, this is just like how we talked about connecting it to their lives, making it relevant, or making them value the lesson because it's important to their future. And again, it is a callback to what? It's a callback to the Matatag curriculum. It's a callback also to the goals of K to 12 program, which is making sure that we teach students necessary skills that is helpful once they work in the industry. So nakasabot ra ta na, nakasabot ra mo guys. Skin chaotic na kaayo gid.
Yes,
Yes,
Nakasabot
ma'am.
ma'am.
ra. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much for confirming.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
so to be able to, okay, thank you so much everyone. So again, to be able to apply all the four tips that I just mentioned, this is still under number two, ha, recommended by various experts, and to allow the students to realize the value of their curriculum, technological tools can be used. So mo to kung gingon, no, unsa man na to pag-build og relatedness, unsa man na to give value. The more pa dyan na ang mga bata nga mo value sa lesson, and the more pa dyan na sa mga estudyante nga ma-absorb nila ang lesson, there will be retention if we make use of technology. Labi na karon no, technology integrated na tanan ang ato ang society, no. Everywhere you look, even okay. This cellular phone, this is just a phone that can be put in your pocket, but it can be like a mini computer. You can do research in it. You can even, make word documents, edit photos, edit videos, take beautiful photos, make videos, no mo na siya. Uh, Watch movies, no, listen to music, call your loved ones, connect with people through social media. So this smartphone is actually a mini computer in your pocket. And no, with the advent of technology, everybody is using technology, and again, no, with AI, artificial intelligence that can alter faces, that can even jot down for you, can alter your voice, okay? Even surroundings, no, na, mga metaverse na gani, no, we have to make sure that we can keep up with the times, and to make sure that we can make our topics and our subject relevant to the lives of our students, we need to integrate technology. And kita as teachers, again, like what I've said, lifelong learners ta. Dili na pwede nga mapabiyaan lang ta sa panahon, no, nga kapoy man dam, di ko kabaluan ni dam, kanang wala may kuan sa amua, you are really obliged to learn. Mo bitaw na nga ang reason natay CPD points, 'di ba? Ang reason why we have CPD points is that to really ensure that the teacher is still progressing and is still committed to professional growth. Okay, through seminars, no, through trainings, even further education like graduate school, masteral, doctorate. So mo na siya. Okay, our learning never stops as long as we are teachers, and even as long as we are alive. Okay? So 21st century learners are expected to be demonstrating 21st century competencies such as collaboration, digital literacy, critical thinking, and problem solving to be able to thrive in this world. And that is according to Rich in 2014. And take note ha, kung this is actually based from the book, but sa research, we don't make use of 2014, 2010 nga citations class ha, just to put it out there. As much as possible, 5-year recency siya. So, 2019, 2018, nga resources until present times ang ato ang gamiton, because recency is very important. Information changes from time to time, and ga-improve ang information, no? Ang body of knowledge dungag man siya from time to time. Research papers are being published every year. That is why in research, and even gani when we teach 5 years recency, muna itong mga books dapat 2019 ang copyright niya until recent times. Pero sige lang, I will just let this pass because I don't have the time anymore to really ko ano. I'm just basing this one from the book. Although the book is 2020 man yung copyright, it's recent. Okay, but the sources usahay is outdated. Just to put it out there, no, additional lang things to learn, especially in research. Now, let's go to number three. Number two, matatong discuss kanina, and then there are four tips from Birch, ba to, no? Birch. From number two. So, let's go to number three, building proficiency. Uh, mother tongue based multilingual education. So, di ba ito na discuss is ang language is in grade 1 na lang siya. And language is a combination of mother tongue, English, and Filipino. Mother tongue is used as a bridge, no? Or let's say, um, no, as a bridge between learning Filipino and English. But in K to 12, to be able to promote the child's dominant language and to use it as a language of instruction, maximum use of technological tools is highly encouraged. So currently, a lot of teachers, especially in the elementary and even schools, are into developing learning materials to be able to implement the mother tongue based no program, mother tongue based multilingual education program, or the MTB MLE. Okay, so especially in dearth. What do you mean by dearth of printed and e-materials? When we talk about dearth, that's gap. Kung sa research pa na siya, nay pagkukulang. Sure. Nay pagkukulang. Okay? So, when we talk about dearth, that's, dili dearth nga, hugaw ha. Dearth is gap. No? There is a gap. There is um, a hollow shell. Charot. There is a gap in the body of knowledge. There is a gap in printed materials of mother tongue. And syempre, it is expected. Mother tongue has been integrated pila lang siya ka years ago. Dili siya ding ana jud kadugay. So, it's really expected nga few lang ang teaching materials, both printed and online materials, in the mother tongue based multilingual education. Sa butag karon nanay matatag curriculum, di ba? No nga giusa na lang siya Filipino, mother tongue Filipino, English, no. Alam mekos na ang brain ni student. Okay, so next mother tongue is used in instruction and learning materials of their learning areas. The learners retain their ethnic identity, culture, heritage, and values. So, sa mga gahimo daw sa K to 12, the reason why they integrate mother tongue based multilingual education is that in that way, no, learners can retain their ethnic identity, dili na mga English pa ka, tanan jud nga mga bata at least sila ma-preserve pa Japon ang language kay a death of a language class is when it is no longer used. That is why when we encounter like mga lawom kay nga mga Bisaya, the main reason why we are so unfamiliar with it, it's because we don't use it on a daily basis. Okay? That's a death of a language, no? Or a dead language kung mo naon. There are so many dead languages in the Philippines already because it's no longer practiced by Filipinos, no? And since we are an archipelago, that's why it's expected that we have so many regional languages. What are regional languages? So, Bisaya, Hiligay nun, Karaya, Bicolano, Ilocano, no? Cebuano, Mayana, no? Um, what Waray, no? Muna siya. Those are examples of kanang mga regional languages, and there are minor pa jud nga mga regional languages that are already dead because they are no longer being practiced or used in a daily basis. So muna kaya na naman ta we are heavily westernized, 'di ba? We're heavily westernized. We are heavily kanang kuan jud ta no kanang we're more into to the culture of foreigners like Koreans, no? Munang kita mas kabalo pa ta mo storya og kanang foreigner nga language kasi sa own language. So muna ang reason po nga na-integrate ang mother tongue based multilingual education as a way to still preserve our identity, our heritage, and our culture. Okay? Kay lahi mo na kasgod nga ma-preserve ra man gud ang umam kay butang sa mismo na ang language even mo na ma-preserve ay because basta din mo siyang premi magamit, no? Di ba siya premi madunggan sa future generations, it will surely die, you know? So children learn better and more active in class and learn a second language even faster when they are first taught in a language they understand. But I digress. Like what we talked about last Monday. Um I digress, no, because there are some cases that students when they reach in grade 4 like what I've said, no, they have struggle in speaking in English because na they're used to speaking in Bisaya, unlike kanan ana sa Bisaya sa English na jud since gamay pa mayo kay ilang written, no, and oral skills in the English language. Sorry, nabulol. Number four, ensuring integrated and seamless learning through spiral progression. So, learning basic concepts that lead to a more complex and sophisticated version of the general concepts entail the TPAC. Okay? TPAC means technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge. Okay? So, rediscovering concepts previously presented as students go up in the grade level will be fully supported if all areas of specialization will be aided by technologies for teaching and learning. Siyempre, when we teach our students the concepts that they have already they have already knew, ato siyang i-reintroduce balik nila with the use of technology, it's easier for students to have retention, no? Mas dali nila ma-retain ang lesson, mas dali nila masabtan, mas dali nila ma-absorb. Para sa nang sa ka robotics mi atong pag September, syempre kay you are really involved no kay pa-assemblean gud ka og kanang robotic car. Yeah, ikaw pa jud ang mukuan sa system. Ikaw pa jud ang kanang mo sa tawag na oy mo program system. So in that way, no, the students are involved. They make use of their critical thinking skills, and at the same time, when they are involved and when you pique their curiosity, in that case, and when you pique their curiosity, when you pique their when you pique their curiosity, in that case, no, you would really encourage students to really learn, no, mas dali nila ma-retain. Para sa nang kuan nga, hala na learn ako sa class ma'am nga mag-assemble mi og car. Then amo siyang i-program para the car to move, no? And when we program the car to move, mar ma ma ma-retain nako siya and ma-remember nako siya kay tungod, I was involved, I used my hands, 'di ba? Sige nang kana teach me and I will learn. Sorry if dili jud ako ma-remember tanan ha, but involve me or make me do things and I will truly remember. If you make them do things nga like kuan jud no sa tawagan na ay, hands on na wala lang ko akong train of thought na wala no. So when you have hands-on learning, no, when you involve the students and ikaw so as a teacher, when you involve yourself, nga dili lang ingon nga maminaw lang ka, mas dali man ka ma-retain ang imuhang knowledge and even the topics if you are really, doing something para sa nang hatago example ha. Tudluan kasi mong papa mag-drive. Just to go back na kay medyo confusing ako pag-discuss kanina kay na I was lost in thought or nawala akong train of thought kanina. So, going back no. Sa tulungan kasi mong papa mag-drive. Kung mulantaw lang kaniya niya, na may uban ning ana, dili man tanan estudyante parehas ha. Na ubang estudyante makakaton na sila basta mo-observe sila. Naapoy uban nga dili jud sila kasabot kung dili jud sila mismo molihok. So, for example, gitudlan kasi yung papa mo drive og sakyanan. Ka-observe ra ka, naminaw ra kaniya through hearing, makasabot ka, and also through observing. Pero kung ikaw na gani, malimot na ka, asa na gani, tuon sa gani sunod. Pero kung ikaw mismo ang molihok sa vehicle, ikaw mismo ato ang kunit sa kanang mga manobela dira or unsa, the more you retain, no? The more nimo siya masabtan and the more nimo retain sa mong memory. Because even I believe in muscle memory, di ba? Kay syempre, kabalo ka sa mga steps kay ikaw mismo ang gabuhat. Kaysa ikaw ra ang ga-spectate. Kung ikaw ang spectator, syempre, kasabot ka, pero dili siya mo ma-retain ang katong information. But kung ikaw mismo ang molihok, okay, ikaw mismo ang molihok, the more ka makasabot, the more nimo ma-retain sa mong memory. And you know already what to do, especially not just with the help of your memory, but with the help of your muscle memory as well. Okay, learning by doing, okay? So this will further strengthen retention and will enhance mastery of topics and skills as they are revisited and consolidated time and time again. This also allows learners to learn topics and skills appropriate to their developmental and cognitive skills. Okay, the fifth one is gearing up for the future. So the K-12 curriculum ensures college readiness by aligning the core and applied course to the College Readiness Standards or CRS and the new General Education Curriculum. So as you've noticed, 'di ba? Like what I've said last Monday, the subjects sa first year and second year college, especially the GE, general education subjects, they are different from our usual subjects sa katong old curriculum pa mi. It's because no, the subjects nga ginatulo na sa mua sa una sa college, ginatulo na sa senior high. And gina-develop na ni Chad ang bag-o na pod, sorry, nag-develop pa siya og bag-o na pod nga mga topics and lessons like or sorry and subjects like purposive communication, mathematics in the modern world, readings in the Philippine history, environmental science, arts and humanities, art appreciation. Those are new subjects that were not really introduced to us in the old curriculum. That's why with help of the K to 12, gi-ensure pa ng college readiness by integrating new subjects in college that are far more advanced than the old curriculum as a callback or let's say as a call to the K to 12 curriculum wherein gi-integrate ang mga old curriculum subjects dito sa K to 12. Okay? So ang mga subjects na mo gitudlo sa una sa college naa na sa senior high. And then ang sa inyo sa first year and second year, third year and fourth year na recalibrate siya to have a higher pa jud siya nga subjects, okay? So the K to 12 curriculum focus on developing appropriate specialization subjects for the academic, sports, arts and design, and technical vocational livelihood tracks. All these specialization subjects have to be supported by educational technology for better learning. Okay, sixth one is nurturing the holistically developed Filipino, that is college and livelihood readiness, 21st century skills. Okay, so to nurture holistically developed Filipino, every K to 12 graduate is expected to be ready to go into different path. That is why, di ba, gidesign ang K to 12 program, natay academic tracks, naatay sports, naatay arts, naatay technological vocational, TVL, di ba? Technological Vocational Livelihood Track. So, si academics, like STEM, ABM, UMS, GAS, no? Those academic tracks are designed for students who would decide to have further studies na in college. And kung unsa nga strand ang ilang pilion, that should be related to what kind of course or program they will take up in college. Like STEM for courses or programs like engineering or medical related programs. Sa ABM, under the College of Business like BSBA, entrepreneurship, um, tourism, hospitality. It's a wrong notion ha that tourism and hospitality is under UMS kay humanities daw. Under sa UMS kay ang teacher education and criminology or those who would proceed political science kay they have a lot of social science subjects. And even like ang mga creative writing, no, kana mga more into like literature, mga na. Si APM is more into business and si tourism and si hospitality, they are encouraged by CHED to have entrepreneurial skills through business subjects like sa tourism and HRM na may operations management, na may entrepreneurship, na may financial management, even accounting, no wala man na sa tourism pero sa HRM na ay business math, na ay mga anak nga kind of subjects because tourism and hospitality is more into business. That's why management, no? They are taught how to manage people, how to manage a business. Hotels, resorts, tourism recreational centers are businesses, 'di ba? So, muna si K to 12, no? Para mo na siya holistically develop Filipino, nag-design sila different tracks. Ang again ha, tracks na siya ang academic track, um, technological vocational livelihood track, okay? You have sports, napad siya kay arts nga track, no? Kanang STEM, hindi na siya track, no? It's a strand. STEM, UMS, GAS, those are under the academic strand, okay? So, muna siya no, niya, ang katong mga TVL, usually mo offer na sila mga pang NC2, no? Like, um, midwifery, na may uban, tourism promotions, kana may NC2 sa tourism promotions, welding, yung ana, housekeeping, kanang mga yung ana, class under TVL, and even TVL graduates, they are encouraged to earn an NC2 certificate because kanang mga mukuha og TVL track right after senior high, they will go into employment. Okay? Kay most probably dili wala na sila means to further their education in college. Okay? Ang kanang sports o kanang more into sports no, mag sports career no o sa arts, di ba? So this may happen with proper implementation of the curriculum and with the facilitation of excellent teachers. For teachers to maintain excellent performance, they need full support, one of which is technological support. Sige, matulo pa kag welding dira class, no? Kailangan mo na po kag mga online tools, no? Ano yung uban like simulations? Ang simulations, kay mura siya real life. It could be, it could be both online, it could be a real life, jud siya nga activity, like, para sa mga midwifery na, sila yung mga simulations, no, nga kanang mga mannequins no sa kanila pag take care sa kanang mga like sa geriatrics man na ang tawag if kanang you take care of the elderly no pediatrics kung mga bata pero kung mga tigulang geriatrics no kung mga tigulang no yan na sila ka ng mga mannequin yan nang limpyo-limpyuhan no sa nila pag change of diaper daw or pag half bath sa elderly. Okay, those are examples of like simulations no or kanang anang online kani pwede man na mga simulations like mga for example sa mga pilot schools they are using technology ilang simulations are virtual realities wherein they go into a room and then namara siya ga-shape siya as a kuan cockpit ng tawagan ng dira mag-pilot no ang pilot so screen na siya di siya actual aircraft ilang ginapalupad more siya kanang naa sa arcade ba no nga gapalupad sila og plane daw pero ang ilang screen is as if naa sila sa skies no as if nasa sulod sa airplane pero those are just virtual reality no or programmed by computer no or sa technology so muna those are some examples of integrating technology to also assist no learning and also teaching. Okay, so I am done with my class. I'm just going to discuss with you some few activities lang um to see if you still have some prior knowledge with your TTL1. So, introducing the technology for teaching and learning 2 course helps you to use the power of computer technologies in different fields of specialization to spark student imagination and ultimately move, motivate, and support students towards meaningful learning. So, let us assess your prior knowledge, okay? I would like to ask you to please answer the questions that I will be flashing on my screen, but don't worry, the deadline will not be tonight. So you are going to submit this one tomorrow evening. Okay? So, to assess your prior knowledge, I would like you to answer this question and then I'll just also post this one in our Google Classroom so that you can submit your answers there. So, how can technology be used effectively in various fields of specialization to support and assess student learning? Um, Depending on dili lang siya ingon nga for math lang siya, for English or for Filipino, but in your case, no, how can technology be used most effectively in various fields of specialization to support and assess student learning? Oh, tapping into your prior knowledge pa jud in TTL1, okay? Pwede mo mukuan dito. No, sa yung nakatunan sa TTL1, pwede na yung gamiton to answer this question. Now, okay, take screenshots mo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next is, syempre, other than just, identifying if you, and syempre, assessing your prior knowledge from TTL1, let us also set your outcomes for this course. Since we are already in TTL2, um, you have to also set, no, what are your learning outcomes for this course, this subject, okay? What will be, your expectations as well. So, first, how will you apply all the knowledge and skills that you will learn later on in TTL2 in teaching your field of specialization? whether your specialization would be like in English, Filipino, math, or maybe in like elementary education, kitanan man jud na siya, no? Pero kung mahimo mong lesson plan sa elementary education, just choose one subject na lang para di mo maayawan, no? So, how will you apply all of those knowledge and skills that you will learn in TTL2? Okay? And then how will you develop learning plans for your classes to make sure available technologies for teaching and learning will be put to use for meaningful learning. So kani siya ga foresee, although mao pa man pagsugo na tag TTL2 no, but this is just a way to just foresee, plan ahead no, or think about the outcomes of this course, like right after TTL2, how will you apply the things that you will learn from our subject to your field of specialization, what kind of technologies will you integrate in your learning plans, pohon kung maghimo na ka og learning plans on your own, 'di ba? And number 3, how will you ensure that your goals in this course will be achieved? So this just goes not only by listening lang sa imong teacher or kana making sure that you follow all activities, but you also have to think for yourself what kind of goals will I achieve at the end of this course. So, example, akong goal is right after this course makabalon ako unsaon pag himo og kanang lesson plan, at the same time pag manage og Google Classroom, pag demo gamit ang technology, pag hold og online classes mo na kong mga goals. Now once I already established those goals, how will I achieve it? Okay? Through further practice ba, not just by attending my classes, but kamusad. Okay? Learning does not only end with me as your teacher. In learning, you have to also be accountable. Again, you have to be accountable for your own learning. That means you have to be ready to explore. Kung teacher ka, di ka magsalikon sa i-feed sa imuha nga information. You need to explore yourself as well, okay? Explore ka unsay mga tools dira. Uy, unsa man ni siya nga bag-ong learning tool ha nga pwede na ko integrate sa akong klase. I-try ko no ni nako. Ako kuno nang studyhan para ako siyang i-integrate sa akong lesson plan. And kung magklase ko sa akong mga estudyante, ako na siyang i-introduce. Okay? Those are things nga i-ensure nimo imuhang goals no in learning new things, in learning new skills no sa kaninga course ma-achieve nimo siya. Okay? I will explore more, or I will what they call this, I will do research, I will study, I will what they call this, make use of my free time to practice using this kind of online platform, so that once I will integrate this one to my lesson plan no or to my demo teaching, I know how to do it no may ana things like that. Okay, nakasabot ra ang tanan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much for confirming, everyone. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask for me before we will end our lesson for this afternoon? Questions?
Ma'am, in regards with kanang task, ma'am ba, pwede ra written, ma'am.
Ah,
Then
yeah, sure.
picture, take
If
picture, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Pwede rin siya kayo siya. I do understand that not all students can make use of like Word document or silang cellphone, maka-edit sila din ilang i-submit sa Google Classroom. So, okay ra pud nako kung limited inyong resources, you can make use of like yellow pad, isulat lang inyong answer, and then i-upload lang sa Google Classroom. Okay? Picturean lang din
Thank you,
i-upload.
ma'am.
Okay. And for example, if your phone does not have any like WPS or Kingsoft or any kanang Word document sa inyong cellphone, or wala mo yung laptop, pwede ra pod siya sa notes. Kung naa mo yung notes, no? Wait, ako i-check sa akong phone. Pars ani like inyong notes, isulat ra ninyo diri tanan, screenshot lang na sa inyong notes, and then mo na siya ang inyong i-submit sa um Google Classroom. Make sure ha nga mabasa ra Japon ako siya. Okay, di na ako siya dili ko maglibog no. Mabasa na ko siya. Karon pa ning load ang matatag curriculum na unsa. So kanang mabasa na ko siya at the same time dili po kanang pakilid kay mo ana po ko mo check no. So kanang kuan lang I-rotate sa ninyo sa inyo i-upload sa Google Classroom ha. I-rotate lang ninyo guys. So ano lang na siya. What else? Questions? Mga pangutana? Wala may questions?
None so far, ma'am.
Wala naman.
Okay. Okay. So again, those questions that I have flashed in my PowerPoint just a while ago, I will send that in our Google Classroom as well. That then will be until tomorrow evening. That is, oh no, tomorrow before midnight, 11:59 p.m. Once nga mo reach siya 11:59 p.m. tomorrow, the stream or the assignment will automatically close, and you will no longer be able to upload your assignments. So make sure to submit them on time, okay? So mara na siya.
Okay, ma'am.
Simple lang nga activity. Okay. Kay next meeting, mag-lesson ko and then unya pa ko mo-introduce di ay sa lesson plan katong per day after sa lesson 2. God willing nga maayo na ko sa kong paos no. So I will not take our lesson that long until 4 p.m. kay medyo pause jud ang person no. Sakit na kay kong tutunlan. So we will cut our discussion short of just a few minutes lang. Uh, and then balik na ta next week Monday for our face-to-face class. Since wala na may questions ang tanan, I will just call you one by one for the attendance. If you are present, you can click the raise hand button or you may unmute your microphone and say present, especially if you are using one device no kung daghan mo.